7:37 in the morning. That's a look at your headlines. Now, here's Mike.
Thank you, Sarah. Hey, breaking news, college is expensive. That's just in. We all know that, especially me. Stewart Welch joins us to help us out with that, the Welch Group, and Money Tuesday. We're looking at 4 strategies to help you pay for college. And for people who've gone through the Pell Grant thing, they've got some student loans, they've exhausted those possibilities. You have maybe some other possibilities they can look at.
Well, I think the first thing is, this was from a question from a reader, you want to create as little debt as possible.
Right.
But you do get to the point in some cases where you have to create debt in order to get through school. So one of them would be to borrow against your 401k.
Okay.
And a lot of people have 401ks at work. The restrictions are that it's the first, it's the lesser of $50,000 or half of your balance. And then you're required to pay that back over 5 years. Now the good news is the interest that you're paying into your account, so you've kind of become the bank. The bad news is that interest is not deductible.
And it does it puts some limitations on it, like if you were to leave that company, there are some things you have to worry about.
That's exactly right, Mike. If you were to leave, you have to pay the money back, or otherwise it's going to be treated as ordinary income to you and potentially subject to federal tax penalty.
All right, now student loans sometimes just can't be avoided because college is expensive, we just said.
Well, and so one option is to continue to do student loans, and in some cases when the child graduates, gets a job, they can help pay those off along with the parent. And then we also, this one asked about refinancing their house.
Oh, okay.
So they had a lot of equity in the house, and they said, should I refinance? And there's 2 approaches there. One is a traditional refinance where you go and get a new first mortgage. And the good news is the interest rates are still low. The 30-year mortgage is about 4.5%, 15-year mortgage about 3.5%. And obviously the interest would be deductible on up to $100,000 of new money there. So the bad news with that is that typically there's a fair amount of closing costs that can cost you several $1,000s.
Yes.
And one way I like is an equity line of credit.
Equity line of credit. Okay.
Home equity line of credit. Therefore, there you typically don't have closing costs. And so that's the good news. The bad news is those are typically variable interest rates, which means as interest rates rise, so will the interest that you're paying. So you don't want to do that unless you figure you're going to be able to pay it off in the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
But I like the flexibility of that. So I might start out with a HELOC, and then you leave all your other options pretty much open to you.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, though, the interest rates looks like they are going to go up, but at least they're remaining low for right now.
And they may go up fairly slowly, so you may be okay.
All right, Stewart Welch, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike.
Helping us pay for college. All right, stick around. More to come here on Good Day Alabama. What happens when you